my name is Heather. Today's class is going to be themed around Imbolc, or the sort of halfway point between winter and spring. So we know we have, like, at least here where I live on the Oregon coast, a lot more like rain ahead of us, possibly storms, but also we're going to have these like beautiful bright moments and warm moments in our weather, and rainbows and all the things that come along with the rain and the sun being mixed in. But we're also sort of preparing to enter the world again. We're preparing to leave our little caves and come out and re-emerge. So this is like a preparation class, a class getting our bodies ready to get more active, like we do in the spring, getting our gardens ready, or whatever you tend to do more of in the spring, usually being more outside and things like that. So whatever that means for you, whatever that's meaning for you looking into the future, as compared to whatever you're going through right now in the present moment, and just starting to sort of channel that energy into practice. If there's anything else that you'd like to throw in there for your own sake, any journaling that you want to do about how you feel about what I've just said, or maybe at the end of class, it's an awesome thing to do when you're doing such an intentional practice. We're going to need probably something to sit up on, maybe a pillow, or if you've got a blanket, and then something to use as a strap. Okay? I'm going to start in a comfortable seated position, or you can start laying on your back. We'll just take a moment to come to our breath. So if you do a lot of yoga, or you're used to doing yoga classes, you might already have started to deepen your breath, and that's okay. Just observe your breath, whether you deepened it or not, and just seeing what's there, any obstacles for the breath, or maybe the ease with which you're breathing. And start to slow your breath down, taking a little bit longer to inhale and exhale. Breathing through your nose on both the inhale and the exhale. Noticing what feedback you're getting from your body. You can notice your body in space, the feeling of the parts of you that are on the ground, the feelings of the parts of you that are in the air, in the space. And even with your eyes closed, you might notice the space around you, the feeling of it, the temperature of the room, the sounds that are going on, the smells, the lighting. As you inhale, imagine filling up first your belly, and then the middle of your back, and then your upper back and shoulders. And as you exhale, letting it all sort of fall back into place. And we'll do that again. Inhale, filling up, softening your pelvic floor, belly to open, expand. Chest lifts, rises, shoulders lift, rise. And the exhale, things come back to place. Again, inhaling to expand. Noticing not just the expansion at the front of your body, but also the back of your body and the sides. And exhaling, feeling yourself fall back into place. Bringing in now a little bit of a toning at your navel center, pelvic floor area, between your pubic bone, tailbone, and the two sides of your sitting bones. A little squeeze and lift. And then inhale, soften those areas, really relax. Let your belly expand. And it might not be a letting for you, it might actually be effortful. It might take some time to to learn how to let your belly go out as you inhale, and then again exhaling when you're ready and letting it all fall back into place with that little bit of a lift and squeeze of your navel and pelvic floor. Not as much as you can. It's about, let's say, 20% of your full effort. And then inhaling, letting it go again. Exhaling with a little squeeze at the end. Inhaling to expand. Exhaling into the contraction. The gentle squeeze at the end. Take another deep breath just like that. This is Dirga Pranayama. It's a belly breath. Beginning to open your eyes. Shifting into another breathing exercise. Take your right hand and bring your pointer finger and the center finger into the palm of your hand. And then just gently you're going to be closing each nostril, your right nostril with your thumb, and then your left nostril with your pinky finger and the finger next to it. So we'll start with a cleansing breath. You can have your little hand mudra ready. You're going to take a deep inhale and exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. And then just so gently closing the right nostril, inhale through your left. Plug both nostrils. And then exhale through your right. You can keep that like belly breath exercise that we practice, inhaling to expand through your left. Exhaling through your left. Close. Inhale right. Exhale. Inhale left. Exhale. Close. Inhale right. Exhale. Close. One more round in this variation of alternate nostril breath. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale right. Exhale. Breathing through both nostrils. You might notice like a little shift in your head space. One more breathing exercise. This breathing exercise comes from Kundalini Yoga. It can make you a little lightheaded due to buildup of actually carbon dioxide. So with these like forceful exhales, and we're going to be twisting, you might notice yourself get lightheaded. If that happens and it's uncomfortable or it's causing you anxiety, feel free to stop and just come back to your deep breath, okay? Otherwise, we're going to hold our fingers, or you could even just do the movements with regular breath. That's also an option. But you're going to take your fingers and put them just behind your ears, sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to switch the leg that's in front. Maybe you want to do that too if you're sitting cross-legged as well in Shavasana. So we're going to inhale here at center, and then a forceful exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. Forceful exhale to the right through your nose. Inhale center through your nose. Exhale left. Center. Exhale right. Okay, keep it up. And we speed it up. Maybe close your eyes. Go at your own pace, kind of quick. Your own quick pace. rest here. Notice how that made you feel. Notice your breath now, your body, any new sensations that you might be experiencing in your body. And beginning to open your eyes. If you're sitting up on props, go ahead and take them out of the way. And I'll have you start in child's pose at the end of your mat. For this variation of child's pose, reach, crawl your arms forward, crawl your fingertips forward so that your elbows are actually not resting on the ground, and then put your forehead down. Push your back towards your heels, your butt towards your heels, but don't let your elbows touch the floor. And then this way we just stretch our shoulders a little more. Really trying to suction cup your fingertips and your palms to the ground. Breathing deeply. If you're aware of Ujjayi Pranayama, the breath, just that slight closure in the back of your throat creates sort of like a shushing sound, a hushing sound. Could be compared to the sound of the ocean or Darth Vader. That's a fun comparison. On your next inhale, come up to your hands and knees. And then exhale, tuck your toes and push back to a downward facing dog. You can walk in place a little bit. You don't have to unbend your knees all the way yet. Keep that strong breath, hands pushing down and forward, fingertips pressing down. And then begin to look forward, using those little steps, walk toward the back of your hands. Feet hip distance apart, inhale. Keep your knees bent as you lift your chest, look forward, fingertips stay on the ground. And then exhale, bend your elbows out to the side as you fold over your legs. You do that a couple times, inhaling to lift halfway up. Feel your weight in your feet. Exhale as you forward bend. We're trying to evenly distribute the weight in our feet. Again, inhaling to halfway up. Exhaling to fold. Inhaling to halfway. Exhaling to fold. Inhale, reach out and up as you stand. Bring your palms together overhead, look up. Exhale, bring your arms to your sides, look straight ahead. Inhale, reaching back up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Lift your heels high, look forward. Exhale, push back dog. Using your hands to push, fingertips press down, inhale forward. Shoulders over wrists, look straight ahead. Exhale, push back. Two more just like that, inhaling forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Child's pose. Just for a moment, don't get too attached. Inhale to hands and knees. Exhale, bend your elbows out to the sides. Lower yourself to the mat. Inhale for a little cobra. Shoulders roll back, heart curls up. Look up. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, plank. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, dog. Inhale, lift your right foot up behind you. Bend your knee, open your hip. Exhaling, look underneath your shoulder. Hold there, keep breathing. Really trying to take that right foot over to the left. You might play with bending and unbending that knee. And then bring your right hip down, step all the way out to the outside of your right hand. Or get as close as you can to that. Okay, as you inhale, lift your chest, look up. And then exhale, push back to down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up behind you, open your hip. Bending that knee, take your left foot to the right. Look underneath your left shoulders. Let your right shoulder drop. There's often a cue to keep your shoulders parallel with the top of your mat or the mat, and I think that's ridiculous. Stretch. Let your body move. Bring your left hip down, step to the outside of your left foot, and then inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale, step back again. Dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, wide lunge, step to the outside of your right hand. Inhale, lift your heart, look up. Exhale, step back up. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step to the outside of your left foot, look up. Inhale, curl your chest up. Exhale, step back down. One more time. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step to the outside of your right hand, look up. Exhale, step back up. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step to the outside of your left hand. Inhale, low lunge, look up. Exhale, step back. Good, breathing here. Walk your feet forward, looking forward. Get as close as you can. Remember, you can take your feet out wide to walk forward to make space for your body if you need a little bit more space. Inhale, lifting halfway up, fingertips stay on the ground. Exhale, fold over bent knees. Bend your knees in these forward bends, at least in my class. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, forward bend. Let your head hang here for a moment. Shift your weight and your feet forward and back for a second until you find that place right between forward and back. That nice balancing point. Then reach back behind you, interlace your fingers. Pull your knuckles up toward the ceiling, lift your shoulders. Take your hands behind your head or as close as that as you can. Good, and then shift your weight from side to side. Really letting your head hang. You can play with lifting your shoulders away from your ears or letting them relax towards your neck. Yeah, either lift shoulders, lift knuckles, or let them relax, or play with lifting and relaxing. It's alternating between the two. Okay, bring your hands to your hips. Bring your feet together so that they're touching, at least your big toes. Sit down like you're going to sit in the chair and scoop your belly in as you reach your arms up for Utkatasana chair pose. Good, and then exhale, press into your feet to stand, bring your arms to your sides. Good, inhale, reaching out and up as you bring your arms up, look up. And exhale, sit back down into that chair pose. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, keep your knees facing forward, twist your upper body to the right. Take your left hand to the outside of your right thigh, stretch your right arm back. A little twist and chair pose here. And take another breath. Good, bring your hands back together at your heart center, inhale. Exhale, twisting to the left, right hand on the outside of your left thigh, left arm reaches up behind you. And turning your head to the left if you can. You could also look down or straight to the side. Another breath. Back to center. Hands together in front of your heart. Inhale to stand, reach up. Exhale, separate your feet, dive all the way down to Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway, look forward. Exhale, step your right foot back, high lunge. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Inhale here. exhale, twisting to the left with your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Push them into each other. Look over your left shoulder. Lift your right hip evenly with your left. So your hips are buoyant, they're not sagging down, back leg is straight. Your butt feels almost like lifted up instead of sagging down. Elbow and knee push into each other. Keep the twist. One more breath. Good. Turn open to the right, coming into warrior two pose. Yep. Feet are wrist distance apart. Wrist distance. It's kind of weird, right? It's also very hard. If you can't do that yet, that's okay. Front thigh parallel to the floor, maybe parallel. Then front knee over the ankle. Make sure you can see your big toe and the toe next to it. Last breath here. Straighten your left leg. Tilt your hips back so that you can lean over your left leg, hand to shin or the floor or a block if you've got one. Triangle, Trikonasana, look up. Another deep breath. Good, looking down. Start to bend that left knee. Bring your right hand to the floor, lift your right heel up, turn open to the left, open that left arm up. Breathing deeply. Take another long, slow breath there. Okay, bring your left hand to the inside of your left foot, step back plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, push back dog. Breathing your breath, settling into your feet and your hands, really feel the floor. Squeeze your inner elbows in, create space in the collarbones. Another breath. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, hop or step forward. Inhale, halfway up, fingertips stay down, knees stay a little bent. Exhale, fold over your legs. Bring your feet together. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, stand up, Tadasana, arms at your sides. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward bend. Separate your feet, fingertips to the floor. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, left foot steps back, high lunge. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bringing your hands to your heart. Inhale here. Exhale, twisting to the right. Bring your right or your left elbow on the outside of your right knee and then push them into each other. Should have said this on the other side, but if the twist is too much, remember when we did this in the chair pose? You can also do this variation, this or this. Push your knee and elbow into each other. Keep your hips buoyant instead of sagging toward the ground. So that way our hips stay engaged instead of relaxed and sort of, I don't know, it's just not as engaged. Not necessarily bad, okay? Nothing bad's gonna happen, don't worry. Good, take another deep breath. Okay, twisting open into warrior two. Just spin your back heel down and open up. Front knee directly over the ankle. So you can look down. You should be able to see that second and third toe. Stretch your arms apart. Feet are pressing down, especially into the heels. Another long, slow breath. Okay, beginning to straighten your right leg, tilting your hips back so you can bring your chest forward, hand to shin or block or floor on the outside of your ankle. Turn your head to look up. Draw your low ribs in and breathe. Scooping the right hip under, kneecaps stay lifted. One more breath. Looking down. Begin to bend your right knee, lifting your left heel up. Come onto the ball of your left foot. Left hand comes underneath the left shoulder. Right arm lifts, twisting open to the right. I like to pretend like there's something heavy in my top hand. That seems to help me open up that side of my chest a little better. Also pushing down into the side, into the hand that's on the floor, so it'd be down into the left. Left inner arm is spinning out whenever we're supporting ourselves. Get that external rotation in our arms. Okay, beginning to bring your right hand down, step back plank. Deep inhale, look forward. Exhale, dog. Good, breathing some deep breaths. Another long, slow inhale and exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, hop or step forward. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, forward bend. Bring your feet together. Inhale, chair. Exhale, Tadasana. Okay. So, starting at the top of your mat, let's just add a pose to that sequence that we were just practicing. We'll keep working, like maybe you can do the deeper twist now, or now that you know what's coming, you might feel a little bit more confident in the poses. So starting at the top of your mat, feet hip distance apart, inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart, bring your feet together, sit into chair. Inhaling here. Exhale, twist your left elbow to your right knee. Inhale. Exhale, step your left foot back. Inhale. Exhale, twisting open to warrior two. Back heel comes down. Inhale. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee, place your left hand down, heel lifts, turn open to the right, arm comes up, inhale. Good, exhale, bring your right hand down, take your left knee forward behind your right leg and sit. Take a deep inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, twisting towards your right leg. You're going to hug your right leg with your left arm. Put your right hand behind you. Look over your right shoulder. Nice seated twist here, Ardha Matsyendrasana. And so we're going to try for sort of a difficult transition next, after this lovely seated pose. And remember, we're looking forward. You know, we've got obstacles ahead of us. Not everything's going to be easy, but we're preparing. We've still got enough stores in our little storage shed. We're ready for what comes. So gathering up your strength, gathering up your stamina. Look forward again. Begin to take your hands forward. So you've got stuff at the top of your mat, you're going to want to move it. We'll take our time with this, okay? So you lean forward, you've got to use some momentum. You're going to push off your shin and your foot and your hands. Your right foot is going to be your standing leg, pushing down, lift that left foot up. If you've got blocks, you can put your hands on blocks, okay? So as the left foot lifts, we're going to look back, make sure those left toes are all facing the ground. Push your right thigh bone straight back. This might be where you stay, both hands on the ground looking forward. Great place to be. Maybe keeping the left hand down, starting to turn your chest as you bring that right hip straight back, lift the right arm up. This is revolved half moon, very difficult pose, okay? So you notice my leg is straight, but you could have a little micro bend here. It's really about trying to get this right hip straight back. And the left hip or left leg stays lifted. All right, another breath. Let's step forward, why not? So left foot steps forward, next to the right. We land back in, oh yay, chair pose. Chair. Chair, don't care. And stand tall. Okay, so lots of good work in the hips. We're working the twists. We're doing all these lovely things. Let's try this again. So we can start with our feet hip distance apart. Take a deep inhale. Fill yourself up with breath. Maybe accentuate it with a little back bend. And then as you exhale, hands come together, feet come together, we start to sit. Chair. Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, twist your right elbow over to your left knee. Inhale there, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your right foot back this time, high lunge in a twist. Deep inhale. Exhale, twisting open to warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Deep inhale. Exhale, tilting to triangle. Deep inhale, stretch your arms apart. Exhale, begin to bend the left knee. Right hand comes down, right heel lifts. Inhale, opening up to the left with your left arm. And then exhale, transitioning to the seated Ardha Matsyendrasana. You're going to bring your right knee to the outside of your left ankle and sit. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist to your top leg, hugging your right arm around it. Left fingertips come to the floor. Inhale, sitting up tall. Good, we just hold and enjoy here. We're taking it as it comes. Twisting and untwisting, bending and unbending. It's a really nice book that my son likes us to read. I think it's called We're Going on a Bear Hunt, but in the book it says, you can't go over, you can't go under, you gotta go through it. And I just love that message because it's true. We can't bypass the inevitable. We can't not learn the lesson because it just keeps coming back. Okay, so looking forward. Again, take this slow. Remember, it's just yoga, nothing matters. Nobody cares as much as you do. So you lean forward and you're pushing into your shin and the foot that are on the floor. You're trying to shift your weight to your hands so you can push up off the floor. Push into the left foot to help you lift your right leg. Then look, take a little check. Right toes all face the floor. And then pushing your left hip straight back. You don't have to actually lift your hand and do this. You can do this with the strength of your legs and glutes. Okay, so that thigh bone keeps moving back. Right foot keeps pushing back. Look forward and either stay in Dirgasana, hands down variation of Virabhadrasana 3. This might be great. This might be you 100%. This also might be you twisting to the left, lifting your left arm up. Neither of these poses is better than the other one. You just decide which one suits you and take it. Take it the best you can and breathe. Good, another breath. Look down. Bringing your left hand down, step your right foot down next to your left. Passing through Utkatasana chair. Sit down as you reach up. And then stand. Awesome. Let's do just a couple seated poses before we end up on our back and finally use that strap. Like, what's the strap for, Heather? It's coming, I promise. I like to use a blanket when I sit on the floor. I prefer to elevate my hips. I do encourage that for my students. It just gives you a little bit more space to do these seated poses, which can often feel kind of compressive, especially if we're in a bigger body. So sitting up, or even a body that just has like sore hips or joints or whatever, like mine. So sitting up on a bolster or a blanket or whatever, pillow. Okay, so bringing the bottom of your feet together, Stupadakanasana. So you're bringing your heels towards your groin. Hold on to the toes or your ankles. Press the outside of your legs down toward the ground. As you inhale, bend your elbows out to the side so you can pull your heart up, look up. And then exhale, pull yourself forward over your legs, let your head hang. And breathe. Move your shoulders from your earlobes. Soften the muscles of your face, let them hang toward the ground. Ask the muscles at the back of your neck to untie, unwind, undo themselves. And breathe. And taking another long, slow breath. On your next inhale, lift just your head, just your head. And then exhale, sit all the way up. Take your legs out, or take just your left leg out wide. Scoot your right heel in closer to your groin. You might even place your right foot on the inside of your left leg. Turn towards your right knee, set your left hand on the outside of your leg. Inhale, reach up with your right arm. And then exhale, side bend over your left leg. I'm just looking for this nice stretch here in the right side of your rib cage. You can let your head hang maybe. Maybe that feels good. You might try different positions with your head. Another breath. Next time you inhale, reach up and over to come out of that pose. I know that's one we want to stay in for longer, so when you get done with this class, remember it. Remember log that pose in your brain as one that gives you pleasure. It's like, ooh, I want to do that again. Left heel comes in, right leg comes out to the side. Turn towards your right leg, place your right hand on the outside of your right leg, lift your left arm straight up, inhale. And then exhale, side bend to the right. And again, you might try different head positions. You might let your head hang. We sort of take for granted all the things that our heads do in yoga. We're not really thinking about our head and neck, but there's many positions where we're actually holding our head, like in a side bend. Your neck is actually working quite strongly to hold your heavy head. All right, so sometimes it's nice to let it go. Breathing here. On your next inhale, reach up and over to come out of the pose. Okay, so finding your way onto your back with your strap nearby. I like to make a loop in my strap, or not a loop, I like to just fold the strap in half for these. We're not going to hold these as long as I would normally hold them just because it's the end of class. I just wanted to get them in because I feel like they feel really good and they'll give a little bit more like pinpoint attention to our hips and our low belly, sort of like core area. I like to think of the core as like your whole body, your ability to stabilize, but I mean, technically, core is usually referring to, in modern society, we're like thinking about our abs, but it's really like your ability to control your movements. Anyways, I digress. Bring your right knee towards your chest. Take the strap around the ball of your right foot. Hold the strap with your right hand. Place your left hand on your left thigh. Left toes face the ceiling. Take a deep inhale. And then as you exhale, bend your right elbow out to the side. Lift your head and chest. Slide your left thigh. Hand down your left thigh. And then holding there, take a breath. Good. As you exhale, bring your head and chest down. Keep your left shoulder blade, left thigh on the floor, or left hip, as you bring your right leg out to the side. If you have a block or something and you want to support the outside of that leg, you might put that there. Push your foot into the strap and pull with your right hand. And breathe. It's like you're trying to turn away from your leg. The right side of your belly turns away. Another deep inhale and exhale. And then bend your right knee just slightly. Replace the strap into your left hand, and then take your right arm out to the side. And think about pushing your right hip off of your right belly. And breathing there. It's not very far before you start to feel that stretch in your outer hip. Turning your belly this time towards your inner thigh to keep your right shoulder blade on the ground. Another breath. Start to bring your right hip back to the floor. Hold the strap with your right hand. Left hand goes back to the left thigh. Left toes face the ceiling. Push your foot into the strap and pull with your hand. Inhale. Exhale, lift your head and chest. This time kind of pull your right leg towards you just a little bit. Good, breathing. And then slowly lower your head and chest. Take the strap off of your foot. Bring your leg back to the ground. A little rest here. You might shake your feet in and out to help shake your legs. Move your head from side to side a little bit. Nice strong breath still, even at toward the end of class. We keep our breath moving until Shavasana. Okay, bring your left knee into your chest. Take the strap around the ball of your left foot. Hold it with your left hand. Left elbow is straight. Right hand, right thigh, right toes face the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, lift your head and chest, sliding your hand down your thigh. Bend your left elbow out to the side and try to hold here, breathing. Your neck is very strongly activated. It's lifting your head up. You can try to not make such a strong double chin, not because it's not cute, just because it's a lot of pressure for your throat. Good, and then bringing your head and chest back down. Turn your left toes out to the left as you slowly guide that leg. Keep your right butt cheek and right shoulder blade grounded. Yeah, so that way it's just your leg going out to the side, not your whole body. You might notice in the muscles around your hip crease area, right by your groin. So just notice if those are wanting to hold on still. Ask them to let go. If they don't feel safe, you could use that block underneath the outside of your thigh. That way it sort of catches the leg can feel a little safer so that you can stretch a little bit more. Take a breath. Okay, bending your left knee, coming up and over. Hold the strap with your right hand. Take your left arm out to the side. Push your left hip up off of your belly. So you're pushing it forward, and then you got it. It's not too far over to the side before you get that outer hip, outer thigh, maybe even lower back stretch on the left side. Just breathing. Another slow inhale and exhale. And return your leg back to center. Hold the strap with your left hand, right thigh. Inhale, right toes to the ceiling. Exhale, lifting up. This time maybe pulling your leg towards you slightly. Slide your right hand down your thigh. And then slowly lowering your head and chest, take the strap off your leg, send your leg back to the floor. Bring your strap to the side. Again, shaking out your legs, rolling your head from side to side. And then begin to take your hands, fingertips to the very back of your head, right where your skull. You can stop shaking your legs if you want, or you can keep doing it like I'm But you can dig in with your hands. Just give yourself a little neck massage here before we're done. Yeah, just really get in there into these are called your sub-occipital muscles. The like ridge where your head slopes down into your neck is called your occiput. So these are the muscles that can be the culprit of headaches and stuff. So it's nice to get in there, give them a little massage, especially when they're all nice and warmed up after yoga class. And then if you have any blankets, any props that you want to bring in for Shavasana, I really invite you to do that. If you like to do legs up a wall pose, scoot your butt to a wall, put your legs on the wall. I'm going to do that, but if you don't have that option available to you, it's okay. Just laying flat on your back is fine. You might have a pillow just to put your knees up on. Otherwise, if you have a wall somewhere in your house, you could pause this and then come back. Or you can just, and it's going to take me just a second to get there. Anyways, I'm going to put a blanket up against the wall for my butt. And then you sit up next to the wall. And move this a little bit too. Then you can kind of like swing your legs up on the wall as you bring your body back to the floor. Your butt is going to be, the distance from the wall is going to depend on the length of your legs. So my legs feel comfortable right here. I know I'm not going to have to hold them up. They can just be there. They're not sliding out. They're not sliding down. Like they're just relaxing. So that's the distance between you and the wall needs to be a place where you can really let your legs relax. Or like I said, regular Shavasana is a perfectly good option. So just be here for a couple minutes. You can rest your hands wherever they feel comfortable. You might shake your head from side to side a couple more times just to really get those neck muscles to soften and release. And then when you feel yourself start to settle, let's accentuate that a little bit with some cleansing breath. So for 3 times, I'm going to have you inhale and then exhale through your mouth. So let's go ahead and inhale. And one more time. And now you're just going to do nothing as best you can, which I know is hard. Probably the hardest pose is just to do nothing. Softening completely through your face, continuing to give permission to those neck muscles to let go. Letting your pelvis be super heavy on the ground, allowing your legs to be completely held by the wall, no muscular energy involved, just pure passivity. Part of the way we prepare for highs and lows is by resting. And so for some of us, it's actually quite difficult. So we really have to carve out these moments to practice relaxation. Here is your moment. And starting to bring yourself back if you're at the wall. You might bring the bottom of your feet to the wall. And then wherever you are, slowly find your way to a comfortable seated position. Or you can sit up tall with your eyes closed. Very little effort. Such a beautiful, intentional thing to take an hour and clear mental space, somatic space, for a more intentional, intention, for a more clear and distinct path into what is soon to be the spring. So we go through our reserves, we see what we have left, and we see the path forward. Or maybe we don't see the path forward, but we know we are equipped, we are ready, we have tools, we have supplies. In honor of each other in this practice, in honor of the teachers that brought this practice to us, in honor of the native people whose land we practice on, let's sing Om. You can leave your hands where they are or bring them together in front of your heart. Take a deep inhale. Thank you so much for taking my class. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you. If you were on YouTube and you found this class randomly, maybe you like my other classes, subscribe, like, share, comment, all the things. Really helps me get my classes out there in the YouTube world. If you are in the area in Port Orford, Oregon, you want to come to my classes or book a private lesson, you can do that. Also, if you'd like to donate, you can do that through Venmo or PayPal, and that information is in the About section of my Heather Carpenter Yoga YouTube page, which you are probably on or can easily access right now. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.